So I think it's being recorded now. Okay. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मत्परमगुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मत्सर्वगुरुभ्यो नमः श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः श्री लक्ष्मी सिंह परब्रह्मणे नमः श्री हयवदन परब्रह्मणे नमः सर्वं श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु. At the very beginning, I would like to make an announcement, request. I have a request to everybody. I need people who know how to write PowerPoint documents, how to create slides, and I need them. They must know a little bit of Sanskrit. All I'm asking them to do is to go pick up the bhashyas, the commentaries from different sites, and put them in a PowerPoint in a readable format. This is taking a lot of time for me, and I would like help in this area. If you can kindly do that, that would be really great, because the amount of stress on me is increasing severely, I should say. I constantly learn and also constantly teach. This learning I'm increasing, and I don't have much time. I am retired, but honestly, with other family issues or whatever it is, I have very limited time. So I kindly request some of you to come. It won't take much time, because once you know where the information is, you cut and paste. Take it, cut and paste on the PowerPoint slides. I'll give you the format of the slides. Just keep on and make sure everything is clean. Increase the size of the fonts, and that's it. You're done. And you can do it for verse by verse by verse, and keep on sending me slides. And I will, on top of it, put my notes on it, and maybe pictures, and any graphic which is required to make it simpler to explain to people. So I would like somebody to come, maybe a small team of people to come and help me out. Okay, with this, we'll start the class. Give me a second. Just give me about 2 or 3 minutes. I'll have to get my slides in order. As just for your information, I'm getting up at 3 a.m. on weekends to prepare, because only in the last moment I can prepare properly, because I would have done other preparation prior to this, but to put everything together, I need this last 3-4 hours before the 6:30 a.m. class. Okay? That's why I get delayed here and there. Sorry for the delay. We'll start in a minute. Give me just a second. Sorry for the delay. We'll start right away. I'm going to share the screen. Not here. Hope this is the one. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
You can hear me well?
Yeah.
Good. So now we start with Kena Upaniṣad. I'm just giving you an overview of what the first few shlokas are. See, the first shloka is Keneshitam patati preshitam manaha. This basically says, how does our mind work? Who is behind our mind? Who is behind our breath? How do we speak? What is making us speak? And what is making our senses like eyes and ears work? Which is this Deva, divine person, something. The answer to this question is Shrotrasya Shrotram. That person or entity is the ear of the ear, the mind of the mind, the speech of the speech, breath of the breath, eyes of the eye. Knowing this as different, that is, according to Śaṅkara-bhāṣya, not thinking them that you are all those, and knowing that, giving up the feeling of you are your body, mind, and intellect. You are not all these. So giving up that idea, dhiraha, intelligent ones, go to a different, they get amrita, they get immortality. So the intelligent ones get immortality, giving up the feeling of I and mine with this apparatus called the body with mind and senses. So what is this Brahman? This is the third one we are trying to, I think this is the verse we are going to take up in this class. Na tatra chakshurgacchati, na vaggacchati, no manaha, na vidmo, na vijanimo, yatha etad anushishyat. This is the verse.
Still sees.
Na tatra. Please, did you have any question?
We still see the second verse on the screen, Swami.
Hold on. Let me hear you properly. What did you say?
We still see the second verse on the screen, Swami. The second slide.
Why is it? Second verse. I'm really.
Shrotrasya Kshotram.
Or 1 second. Hold on. Let me stop share, and I will come back, share again. Why it is not moving? Sometimes it doesn't move properly. Just a second. Maybe I'm choosing the wrong one. Just a second. Now, are you seeing the third one?
Yes, Swami.
Okay, now I had the wrong one. Okay. Na tatra chakshurgacchati, na vaggacchati, no manaha, na vidmo, na vijanimo, yatha etad anushishyate. The eye does not go there. Speech does not go there, nor the mind. We do not know. Na vidmo. Neither do we understand how anyone can teach this. So this Brahman, this is the power behind everything, is not known. Neither do we know how to teach it. So it comes with a declaration of, declaration of failure in a way. Declaration, the Vedās fails and says, I don't know how to explain this. I don't even know what it is. We don't know. So let's see how Śaṅkara-bhāṣya understands this verse. Yasmat shrotraderaphi atmabhutam. One second. Let me push this a little bit away. Okay. Yasmat, here there's a problem. Yeah, okay, now it's okay. Yasmat shrotraderaphi atmabhutam. Shrotradyatmabhutam brahma. So what we know here is there is this Ātman, which is the controller, which is behind the ears, eyes, and breath, and mind, and all. Right? So that is the Brahman. The Brahma, but the eyes cannot see Brahman because eyes cannot see eyes itself. The ears cannot hear the ears. The mind cannot understand the mind or think about the mind. Tatha na vāk gacchati vacha hi shabdaha uccaryamano abhideyam prakashayati yada tada abhideyam prati vāk gacchati ityuchyate. The thing is, when you say something goes, eyes go there, it doesn't mean physically. What it is suppose vacha is the vak, is speech. Speeches are made of words. And when we utter the words shine the objects indicated. Whatever the words want to convey, that meaning is conveyed through the words. Similarly, when eyes go, when they say I go, eyes go there, eyes lights up the objects to be seen, which are seen. That's all. So the eyes cannot see the eyes. The mind cannot perceive the mind. So that is why the Brahman is something very center behind everything, and it's not perceivable by the senses or mind. Tasya cha shabdasya tannivartakasya cha karanasya atma brahma. So the what is denoted by the words and also the instruments, everything is powered by this Brahman inside. And ato vak na gacchati, the speech does not reach Brahman. Yeah, but the Brahman is behind everybody's speech. Yata agnirdaha prakashakaschapi san nahyatmanam prakashayati Ajātivāda. The fire burns other entities, but the fire doesn't burn itself. The fire lights up other things, but the fire doesn't light up itself because fire, that is the nature. The light is the nature of that fire. Heat is the nature of that. So fire doesn't burn itself. No manaha. Manascha anyasya sankalpayitra. Mind is helpful to understand, to decide or think, will, to desire or decide. Sankalpa is to desire. Adhyavasatra is to decide. Chasat na atmanam, but it does not desire or decide itself. Sankalpayati adhyavasyati cha. Tasyapi brahma atmeti. So thing is, Ātman is elusive. Brahma is elusive. It's not reachable through mind or the senses. Indriya manobhyam hi vastuno vijnanam. How do we understand this universe? We understand everything through our mind and senses. Just not you and me, everybody. That's how we understand the universe. Tada gocharatvatana vidmaha. Because Brahman is not perceptible, is not reachable for senses and mind, we don't know what Brahman is. Tat Brahma idrishamiti. Oh, this Brahman is like this. We cannot say. Brahman is not like that. Something like this. No, we cannot say. Because we don't know what to say about Brahman. Ato na vijani mahayata yena prakarena yetat Brahmanu shishyat. So we don't know how to explain the nature of this Brahman. Upadeshate shishyaya ityabhiprayaha. So that some student can learn about Brahman. We are unable to explain because it's not reachable through senses or mind. Yadi karanagocharaha tada anyasmai upadeshtum shakyam. So if something is perceivable through our senses or mind, we can say, okay, I can tell you about this cow. This cow is black in color. The cow is moving towards my home. So I'm explaining something like a cow, which has a jāti. Jāti means category. So cow is a animal, kind of an animal, special kind of animal. I can give the attribute of it. Guṇa, it is black in color. Kriyā, it's walking, action. So category, attribute, actions. These are the attributes using which we describe anything in the world. This Brahman does not have a category or any kind of attribute. So that Brahma cannot be explained. Tasmat Vishavam, it is difficult to explain to anybody. Pratyayitum ichchati upadeshe tadarthagrahane yannatishaya kartavyatam darshayati. So to explain Brahman, some extra work is necessary. Some other way to explain is necessary. It is hard to explain otherwise. How? It says it can be explained by Upadesha or by Shastra. Only through Shastra Brahman can be explained, because Shastra takes an extra effort to help you understand. So Śaṅkara-bhāṣya, for Śaṅkara-bhāṣya, is Brahman an object of any knowledge? I have to stop here to ask this question. I'm just going to stop share and I'll ask you this question. For Śaṅkara-bhāṣya, is Brahman an object of any kind of knowledge?
No, sir.
No. Brahman is never an object. So how can the Vedās explain Brahman? Even Vedās are made out of words and sentences. And the words and sentences, by the very nature of language, a language can describe an object and its attributes, whatever may be the object. Even air, which is formless, you will have some attribute. Oh, the air doesn't stay in a particular place, it moves. Something like that, right? So anything you want to explain, you have objects and attributes, and even language explains objects and attributes. Then how can language, Vedās are made out of language. So how can language explain Brahman? How can Vedās explain Brahman? What is your answer for that?
I'd say it can't. It cannot.
It cannot. Anybody else? I want to hear all of your views. Make it brief.
Swami,
One line answer.
in one of the other Upanishads, there is a statement that the Shastras don't give you that realization. It's Brahman itself that gives you that knowledge, right? There is no other means of getting that, right?
Okay, next. Yeah, I want to hear from others quickly. I want to have polling now. What are the next? Anybody else with another view?
Krishna, Shastras are said to be the very breath of Brahman. So I think it should be possible to know Brahman through the Shastras. Otherwise, there's no way of knowing it.
Okay, I will not comment on any answer. I just want to get more answers. Anybody else?
I would say that language can only point to Brahman, but it cannot say anything.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yado vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha.
What did you say?
Yado vacha nivartante aprapya manasa saha.
Aprapya manasa, oh, the mind cannot reach. So you're actually repeating what Kena Upaniṣad said, right? Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Only
This is
Brahman
because-
himself can
Okay,
produce.
let me tell you that we are talking about Advaita here, right? We are talking about Śaṅkara-bhāṣya. That you need to keep in mind. How does Advaita understand here? If the words cannot describe Brahman, Vedas cannot help you understand Brahman because Vedas are made out of words and sentences. So how does Advaita deal with? Anybody else? Quick.
Guide you to sadhana to realize Brahman in Advaitic
Okay.
view.
All right, sadhana is a possibility. Okay. Now I'm just going to give you. Okay, go ahead, Venkata Krishnan.
Swami, actually, it has to be, given the knowledge has to come from Brahman itself, in my opinion.
All right. See, I want to introduce you, and I'm sure many of you already know, but you might have forgotten how to express it. Śaṅkara-bhāṣya reminds us often, over and over and over again, Vedas cannot describe Brahman. Brahman does not have any attributes to be described. There's no way to describe Brahman. But what Vedas could do, or what language or anybody could do, is to deny the wrong attributes, deny all attributes, deny anything which is wrongly superimposed on Brahman. So remove the covering, whatever attributes and other things have been superimposed on Brahman. You deny all of them. So that is the reason for Vedas. That is the purpose of the Vedas. Yes, Vedas can only indicate to Brahman, cannot describe it. That's also possible to understand. But Śaṅkara-bhāṣya stresses it. It is by the method of neti-neti. That means not this, not this, not this, not this. By denial of attributes, denial of everything that has been superimposed on Brahman. That's when you know Brahman. That is the method of the Vedas to teach you Brahman. That's his view. But let's go into the Kena Upaniṣad Vyakhyana, that is the explanation given by Śaṅkara-bhāṣya, word by word, sentence by sentence. I just want to give you the direction in which Śaṅkara-bhāṣya is taking us at this point. But we need to understand word by word what he's talking about. Okay then? Let me get back to share screen. Okay, so na jātyādi visheshana vishishtam Brahma. That means there is no category or attributes or actions of Brahma to talk about. It's difficult. So yatna atishaya kartavyatam darshitu. We have to make some additional work here to explain Brahman. Anya devatad viditat atho aviditat adhi iti shushrum apurvesham e nastad vyachachakshire. This Brahman is verily other than the known. Tat viditat means that which is known. It is Brahman is other than that. Atha and aviditat adhi. Whatever is unknown, it is beyond the unknown. So we have heard from the ancient people who have taught us that. So even the rishis of those times are pointing to the rishis prior to them. Oh, they have taught us that this is other than what is known and other than beyond what is unknown also. This needs some explanation. Let us see what Śaṅkara-bhāṣya says about what does it mean to say it is unknown. What does it mean to say something is known? Right? That's one thing. Just a second, please. Just a second. Give me a second, please. Yeah, keep your muted, please, because we are hearing some sounds. Mute.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So the bhashya or you can see my screen. Let me put it on play from current. Now you can see the screen, right?
Yes, Swami.
Okay. So navidmo navijanimo yatha etadanushishyaat. He is explaining, Śaṅkara-bhāṣya is explaining, we don't know how what this Brahman is, nor do we know how to explain it. Iti atyantameva upadesha prakara pratyakhyane prapte tad apavado ayam uchyate. No, there is an exception. There is a way to do it. How? Satyamevam. It's true that through direct perception through our senses, mind and intellect, this Brahman is not, it's not possible to know Brahman. Agamena tu shakyate eva. Through the Vedās it is possible. How? Let's see. Anya devatat viditat atho aviditat iti. See, whatever you understand through your ears, eyes, and all, they are all objects of our senses. So, this Brahman is different from what you know. So, this includes whatever which has name, which has some action. Brahman is not that. Whatever have name, any name or form or action, Brahman is not that. So if you look at the whole universe, there are millions and millions of people, billions of people, right? And each one may know different things. Assuming all of that you say is something which is known. That is known as vyakrita. Vyakrita is categorized. Categorized means it is not the original. It is all this variety in the universe. Somebody knows all this variety, right? Assume even something is unknown as that is knowable. Anything which is knowable is viditam, that which is known. But Brahman is different from all this knowledge all the human beings have at this point, or even the animals have. Aviditam ajñātam tarhi prapte aham atho api aviditat vidita viparitat avyakritat avidya lakshanat vyakrita bijat. Oh, when we think that all this universe came from something, that is the cause. And the cause is avidya, or ignorance. And that ignorance, so Brahman is different from the ignorance also. Avidya is ignorance. So this universe came from the seed. The seed is ignorance. And Brahman is different from the seed, that bijat, different from the seed. Adhi ityuparyarthe lakshane anyat. Adhi means it's beyond. Beyond means different also. So Brahman is different from the cause, and Brahman is different from the effect. The cause is avidya, or ignorance, the primal ignorance. Avidya, the effect is this universal experience. what we touch, feel, hear, and know. Yad hi asmat hi upari bhavati tasmad anyatiti prasidam yad viditam tadalpam. Now Śaṅkara-bhāṣya brings in his view here on the Upanishad. Yad viditam, whatever we know, that is alpam, that is trivial. Martyam, that is mortal, it'll break, it'll die, it'll perish. Dukhatmakam, all this will only lead you to sorrow. It may appear initially that there is no sorrow, but eventually all this world experience, universe experience will lead you to sorrow. Tasmat viditat anyat Brahma. So Brahman is different from all these known things. It is different. Brahman is not giving you sorrow. All this external universe is giving you sorrow. That's what is the meaning of this Kena Upaniṣad. Tatha aviditat adhi ityukte anupadeyastvam muktam syat. What does it mean? Śaṅkara-bhāṣya is saying, you have to give up this universe. Give up also searching for the root cause, that is the seed of this universe. You can look for the seed of the universe. Where did this come from? Why do we have this universal experience of wake and dream and deep sleep? What is the cause? Even there, don't look there. Heya means that which is to be given up. Upadeya is that you are going after to get something more. This is beyond heya upadeya. It's not what you want to get in future, because that also is something in this universe. It is not that which you have to give up. This whole universe you have to give up in a way. So aviditat means that which is not known. That which is not known is the cause, from where everything came from. We are not able to understand the cause. And what is known is all this universe, whatever is knowable, so it is different. So heya upadeya pratishedhena. He says heya means that which is to be given up. Upadeya is that which is to be obtained. You are looking for the cause and it's not the cause. So both are not that. Swatmano ananyatvat brahma vishaya jignasa shishyasya nivartita syat. Then the student is looking for answers. Where is it? It is not the known. It is not the cause of the known. Then indirectly the Upanishad is saying that you are that Brahman. Don't look outside. You are the Brahman. Don't look outside. That is the trick the Upanishad is playing through the verse. Nahi anyasya swatmano viditad aviditabhyam anyatam vasunaha sambhavati iti atma brahma ityesha vakyartaha. So ayam atma brahma, you yourself, this atma is the Brahma. Ya apahata papma vijaro vimrutyuho vishokaha, that which has no blemishes of any kind. That is Brahma. Yasmat sakshad aparokshad Brahma. Apahata papma has also the 8 gunas. Whatever you think as the 8 gunas, that is Brahman. And the 8 gunas is freedom from sin, freedom from old age, freedom from diseases, freedom from thirst, freedom from hunger. Different things are explained in that particular Upanishad. So that is Brahman. Yasmat sakshat aparokshat Brahma ya atma sarvantaraha. That which is direct, you're feeling that yourself here, and that which is here, and that which is everywhere, atma sarvantaraha, and which is aparoksha means it is not indirect. Paroksha means indirect. It is direct, right within you. Ityadi shrutyantarebhyas cha iti. All these shrutis point out that you are that Brahman. Evam sarvatmanaha sarva vishesha rahitasya. So it is the Atman of everything. It's inside everything. It has no attributes. Sarva Vishesha Rahitasya. Absolutely attributeless. Chinmatra Jyotishaha. It is consciousness, which is the light. The consciousness itself is the light. Don't look for the external light like the sunlight or a torchlight or something like that. Consciousness is the light. Brahmatva Pratipadakasya Vakyartasya Acharya Upadesha Paramparaya Praptatva iti Shushruma. This is what we have heard from this the teacher-disciple continuity, which we have from almost time immemorial. The gurus and the shishyas, the students and the teachers who have taught us. Upadesha Parampara. It is the series of teachers and students from whom we have learned and we have got that knowledge today. Brahma chaivam acharya upadesha paramparaya eva adhigantavyam. So Brahman cannot be understood without the lineage of the gurus and students. You have to go back to the teachers. Some students may not have understood. You have to go to the right teachers. Nata kataha, not through logic. You cannot understand Brahman through logic. Pravachana medha bahu shruta tapo yajnadibhyascha. Neither can you know through giving lectures, pravachana. Medha, intelligence will not help you. Knowing a lot of Vedas, learning every Veda, going to the library constantly, learning all the mantras, all the 4 Vedas, everything, and even doing tapas, meditation. Tapas means also here, tapas means kaya klesha, upavasa, that is not eating, starving for many days at a time or many hours, and doing yajnas, karma, and all those things, offering in sacrifices. Nothing will give you Brahman. Iti evam shushruma. This is what we have understood. Our earlier teachers have given us this information. So they have clarified the nature of Brahman for a long time. Next verse is Yad vacha anabhyuditam ena vag abhyudyate tadeva brahmatvam vidhi na idam yadidam upasate. So Śaṅkara-bhāṣya says, Anyadeva tadviditat adho aviditat adhi. It is not the cause, it is not the effect which is differentiated into names and forms here. But it is right, you are the Brahman. Then, Pratipadate Shrotur Akanksha Jata. The student is sitting and student is wondering, why all this whole lecture I came here to know Brahman, and he is saying you are Brahman. I don't think I am Brahman. Ātma hi nama adhikritaha karmani upasanecha brahmsamsari karma upasanam va sadhanam anukštaya brahmadi devan swargam va praptum ichchati. Who am I? I am this person. If I have the capability, I do some work. Sometimes I do work for just getting money, wealth, and making sure my family is all right. So if I'm capable, I'm able to do it. Or I want to get something beyond death, after my death. I want to go to Puttur or come back again as a well-endowed human being or something. So I might do some yajnas. I might do some sacrifices and prescribed duties in the Vedās to get Puttur. Or I might meditate on the Devatās like Indra and meditate on them, and using both my meditation, that is meditation on the Devatās and doing karmas, eventually I will go to Devata Loka and I will not come back to the cycle of births and deaths. I will be one with the Devata for a very long time, like Chaturmukha Brahma or somebody. So I do so. The whole there were 3 paths said in this earlier. That is the path of the animals and insects who want, there is no action, they come back to life again in some other form. Or the two paths, Pitrumarga or Pitrayana or Devayana, the path of the mains, the path of the Pitrus or the dead people who come back again, or the path of the Devatās, that is the Uttarayana Marga, which is the northern path, not the southern path. And the northern path is to get the Devaloka or the Swarga or some other divine land, divine realm. So this is what human beings do all the time. Why does this Acharya say, I am Brahman? All of us are working here to get better. Today I am a poor man, I will work hard and will become rich. Today I may come back to this Pitraloka and come back to this world. But I want to do something to get to the Devata Loka. I do a lot of things and then I become probably one with the Devatas one day. So this is who I am or anybody is. Tattasmadanya upasyo Vishnu Ishvara Indra Prano va Brahma bhavitum arhati na Ātma. The student is thinking. The student is thinking, look, we have upasya Devatās. Upasya means those who meditate upon, those we are interested to achieve. So Vishnu is one Devata who we meditate on, or Ishvara, the well-known Ishvara Shiva, or Indra. Indra is the god of the gods in the Swarga. He lives in Swarga. Pranova, prana is the breath, and we may probably do upasana or meditate on our breath. Brahma, Brahma bhavitum arhati. So only those can be Brahman or Ātman, not me. I can be Brahman. Maybe Vishnu is Brahman. Maybe Shiva is Brahman. Maybe Indra is Brahman. Or maybe the breath is Brahman. Loka pratyaya virodhat. What is this Upanishad talking about? Which is different from all our experiences. We go to temples, worship the Devatās. This is the first Upanishad I have seen where Vishnu is mentioned as a Devata and Ishvara, not necessarily, here and there may be, but I have not come across often the terms Vishnu and Ishvara referring to the Devatās we go worship. We go to Vishnu temple, like Krishna temple, or Rama temple, Ishvara temple, different forms of Ishvara temple. These are all something which Śaṅkara-bhāṣya doesn't often say this, but he clearly mentions that a student may be thinking Brahman is same as Vishnu or Ishvara or Indra or Prana or somebody like that. I can't be Brahman. So this is the question of the student, but Śaṅkara-bhāṣya mentions the terms Vishnu, Ishvara in the Devata form here. In the sixth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Yoginam api sarvesham madgatenantaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yuktatamo mataham. The penultimate shloka, the last but one shloka of the sixth chapter. In that, Śaṅkara-bhāṣya says this Vishnu is different from all these Devatās like Rudra, Indra, and all. There he mentions the word Vishnu as all a omnipresent, omniscient Brahman itself. There it is Sarvatma Brahman. So Atma itself, Atma or Brahman is Vishnu there. But here in this Upanishad, Śaṅkara-bhāṣya, the Vishnu term is used as a Devata with form and Shankha-Chakra-Gada or some form. That is what my understanding is. I can clarify this after validating my view, but I'm almost sure that is how it has been explained here. Look, Yatha Anye Tarkika. Now, Śaṅkara-bhāṣya talks about the other systems, the Shat Darshanas. There are Nayayakas who are Tarkikas. How do the Nayayakas believe? Ishvara is a separate person who creates everything. Ishvaradanyaha. So all of us are created. From Ishvara, we are all created. The universe is created. He is the creator. We are all created, including the individuals as well as the universe, matter. Tata karmino amum yaja amum yaja iti anya eva devata upasate. Even those mimamsakas or people who believe in the Vedas, they say, okay, whatever we got in this world, we may get good money or something, but we're going to die anyway. If we are going to die, let us go to heaven or something. So there are different Devatās, Varuna, Indra, Rudra, and all these Devatās. So amum yaja. The Vedas say, oh, do this yajna or the sacrifice for this Devata. Oh, for Swarga Kamo Vijeta. To go to Swarga, you do this yajna. Do this yajna to reach Varuna Loka. Do this yajna to do other things. So even that, it is only they meditate on the Devatās to attain Devatās. Tasmat yuktam yad viditam upasyam tad brahma bhavet. So it is correct to say, it should be logically correct to say yad viditam upasyam, what is known. Vishnu is known. We know from the Shastras Vishnu is like this. We know Indra is like this. So they are all known. Viditam upasyam, because the Shastras have given us. Tad Brahma bhavet, let that be Brahman. Tataha anya upasaka iti. So the thing is, not the upasaka, not me, but all of them should be Brahman. Tametam ashankam shishyalingena upalakshya. Śaṅkara-bhāṣya says, this is not in the Upanishad, right? He says, probably the student was thinking like this. And looking at the face of the student, the teacher understood that, oh, this could be the doubt of this this student here. Maivam shankishtaha. Oh, students, don't doubt like this. Yet chaitanya matra sattakam. What is only consciousness? Vacha vagiti. Here, Śaṅkara-bhāṣya goes into some details, not very necessary. Vagiti. What is speech? He says speech is originated through the breath which comes out of our vocal cords and which makes sounds. And when the sounds are originated in the 8 parts of our mouth and other different places, different words like the alphabets of different kind, kaka, gaga, cha cha jajanya, tata dadana, tata dadana, and all these Sanskrit alphabets we're talking about. These varanas come out from the body within. And varnascha asanketa sanketa parichinnai. So the words indicate certain meanings. And the words, when you put together, they indicate some meanings. Evam Shabda Padam, those are the words which come out of our body throughout this apparatus from the vocal cords and the inner body, breath and everything. Akaro vai sarva vak and sparshanta sthom antas stoshma birvyajyaman abhak pinan arupa bhavati. The Aitareya Aranyaka says akara is the main. All words are contained in all. Letters are contained in akara, and then other things which sparshaha, antastaha, ushmanaha, yaralava, shashasaha. These are all in Sanskrit Panini grammar. If you look, they say what letters are used, which are using the lips. What letters come out from the throat or the talu or the root of your throat. So there are different places from which different letters come. And that will cause speech. And the speech is mita, amita, there are different kinds of words. And satya, anrute, esha, vikaro, tasya. Speech can have, coherent, incoherent, different kinds of speech. Taya, vacha, padatvena, parichinnaya, karanagunavatya, anubhyuditam, aprakashitam, anubhyuktam. But the Brahman cannot be explained through any of the speech. We use speech to explain, oh, go get me some food, go get me water, do this, do that. We can do many things using speech, but Brahman is not available to this. Yena brahmana vivikshite arte sakarana vak abhyutyate chaitanya jyotisha prakashate prajyate ityetate. But vachoha vak, Kena Upaniṣad, that Brahman is making the speech work with all the everybody speak, right? They're giving speeches and things like that. People understand whatever people are speaking, whatever they are understanding. That is not Brahman, because Brahman is making them work. Brahman is giving this wonderful fundamental basis for all these things to happen. Yo vacha mantaro yamayati. He says, what is inside the walk? In the Upanishad. So that means he is inside the speech and controls the speaker and the speech. Ityadi cha vajasaneyake ya vak purusheshu sa ghosheshu pratishtita kaschittam veda brahmanaha iti prashnam utpadya prativachana muktam sa vagyaya swapne bhashate iti. Don't worry about this. This is going to some details. Sahi vaktur vaktir nitya vak chaitanya jyoti swarupam. The speech is consciousness itself. Nahi vaktur vaktir vipari lopo vidyate. The speech is never dead. Even if the speaker is silent, it is inside the consciousness. This is beautiful because there is a Nobel Prize winner, physicist, Feynman, Richard Feynman, somewhere in California. He used to say, where were the words before the lips have spoken? He's a physicist. Even he was thinking in these lines. Even though the speech doesn't come out of the mouth, it's there somewhere in our mind conscious. What this is saying that speech is eternal and it is in the form of consciousness. Tadeva atmaswarupam brahma niratishayam bhumakyam. That is that bhuma. Bhuma is in the Chandogya Upanishad in the 8th where there is Sanat Kumara and Narada speak to each other. Narada asks questions and great Sanat Kumara explains what is Bhuma or Brahman. So that same Brahman is what we are talking about here, which is indicated by Kena Upaniṣad. Bhumakyam, that Bhuma is beyond everything. Brahatvat, it is bigger than everything. Brahatvat Brahmeti, Tadvidhi, Yanihi, that is a all-encompassing entity, Brahman. Know that. Yair Vagadi Upadhibihi Vachohavak. So because of the Brahman, all these adjuncts, instruments like speech, eyes, ears, everything work. Karta, Bhokta, Vijnata, Niyanta, Prashasita, Vijnanam, Anandam Brahma, iti Brihadaranyaka. That is, he is the doer, he is the enjoyer, he is the knower, he is everything. He is the controller, he is Vijnana, and that is, he is also bliss, and that is, he is within. That is Brahma. Nityaveva madaya samvyavaharaha. Asamvyavaharye. There are so many interactions and transactions of words. There are so many expressions, but they are expressing something about that which cannot be expressed. Asamvyavaharye. You cannot even communicate that Brahman to anybody through any language. Nirvisheshe. It does not have any attributes. Pare. It is beyond everything. Samye Brahmani, which is calm, and Brahmani Pravartante. So all these Vedas explain something which is inexplicable, which is Brahman. Tan Vidasya. Just give up all those things. Ātmanameva nirvishesham Brahma. Think you are Brahman and you are that attributeless Brahman, Nirguna Brahman. Know that you are Brahman. Na idam Brahma yadidam. Don't think that all this, whatever you are worshipping, ityadi, upadhi bheda vishishtam, you are worshipping all that which has adjuncts, attributes. Vishishtam, anatma, ishvaradi, all these Ishvara and other people you are worshipping, other Devatās you are worshipping, they are not Atma. That is not Brahman. Na idam inedam Brahma yedidam upasate. All these people are worshipping all these entities and Devatās. They are not Brahman. Tadeva Brahmatvam vidhi. That is Brahman which is making everything work. That which is inexpressible, inexplainable, not explainable. Tadeva Brahmatvam vidhi ityuktepi naidam Brahma iti anatmano abrahmatvam punaruchyate. That means whatever is not Brahman, It's not Brahman. And that has a lot of attributes and all. People are going after the wrong Brahman. Those which are attributes, they're not Brahman. Yan manasana manute ena ahurmano matam tadeva brahmatvam vidhi na idam yadidam upasate. Yan manasana, 1 second, hold on. Okay, maybe we'll take the shloka and then finish it. Yan manasana manute. Manaha means it's the internal organ, antahkarna. Buddhi manaso yayor ekatvena krishyate. Intellect and mind is generally put together as one word called mind itself. So the mind refers to both intellect and mind. Manute anena manaha sarvakarna sadharanam sarva vishaya vyapakatvat. So it deals with all, it's the instrument through which you know many things, everything, right? Kama, sankalpo, vichikitsa, shraddha, ashraddha, dhritihi, adhritihi, hrihi, dihi, bihi, ityetat sarvam mana eva. So the thing is, kamaha, desires, sankalpaha, will to do something, note, what do you call, kartumicha, decision to do this, achieve this and all. Faith, no faith. Tenacity to continue something, dhriti, no tenacity, being shy, being intelligent, fearing something. All these things are mind only. It's kamadi vrittir manaha. All these are the nature of the mind, right? Activities of the mind. Tena manasa yat chaitanya jyotir manaso avabhasakam na manute na sankalpayati napi nischinoti lokaha. That mind is not useful for understanding Brahman. It cannot understand Brahman at all. Manaso avabhasakatvena niyantratvat. But that is powering the mind. That is making mind work. Look at how mind works. Can science explain how mind works? We don't even know where mind exists. Where is this mind? How does this bunch of chemicals, proteins, which looks like a cauliflower-like brain, creates and operates the mind? This is something beyond our understanding. What this Upanishad saying is, that is Brahman which is making all these things work. Sarva vishayam prati pratyageva iti swatmani na pravartante antahkaranam. So the thing is, our mind does not reach that Atma. Swatma, it is my own Atma, but my mind doesn't reach it. Mind is used for all other activities. Here, I want to give you a story, a real story what happened, which my teacher, K.S. Varadachar, K.S.V. Swami said to me. Just a side note. See, only when you know about people who have a lot of experience, yogis, you understand something really powerful. I just want to take a minute to explain that. Let me stop sharing this. There used to be a person called Ajja. Ajja in Kannada local language in Bangalore means old man. Okay.
Puttur Ajja.
Puttur Ajja. So this my guru Sri KSV used to like this Puttur Ajja a lot, and he used to go visit Puttur, and he used to meet him to ask questions and get answers. Because what is not said in the books, in the scriptures, an experienced person can talk about. So our K.S. Swami believed this Puttur Ajja was a realized person. So he has to get some answers. So there was also a guy called Andrew who interviewed this Puttur Ajja, and there is a video about it and all. I don't know how many videos are there, whatever that there. This Puttur is in some place in South India, near the Western Ghats, inside Karnataka, closer to Udupi, which is a great place where Udupi temple, Krishna temple is there, which is world famous. So my guru told this about this Puttur Ajja. He was there. So this Andrew came. Andrew is a Western scientist. He wants to understand people through science and instrumentation. It seems he brought a some kind of instrument which can record brain signals like alpha waves, beta waves. The brain gives out signals. So he just used to put this thing in, electrodes nearby. He used to place the electrodes near the brain, and he used to get the signals from the brain. And Ajja, this Puttur Ajja was talking. He was giving a small lecture to a bunch of people. And then Andrew came from Germany or somewhere, wherever he was. He came there. He said, I want to measure your brain waves because your brain wave may be different from other people's brain wave. So Puttur Ajja, okay, you can put that brain instrumentation here. So they stuck all the electrodes and Puttur Ajja continued talking. But when Andrew saw, there was no brain waves. There were no signals from his brain. Then Andrew thought, no, my meter is not working properly. Let me check. So he pulled out all the electrodes from Ajja's head and put it on a person sitting nearby. And he put it on their brain and things like that, and head and all. Then he looked at the meter. The meter was going all over the place, indicating that, yes, it's measuring the thought patterns of this person. Oh, they can. What is happening? Again, he put those electrodes onto the head of Ajja, and it went dead. But Ajja was smiling and talking. Then Andrew went back and said, there are some weird people in India who can fool the instrumentation, and they can cheat the instrumentation, and they can get away. So some of these instruments don't work properly on Indians, that to some weird Indians or some people like that, right? He wrote a paper and he got away with it. My Guruji Kesri Swami asked, I'm also having the same problem. I don't understand, Ajja. How come when we speak, when we think, when we act, there are signals going from our brain to tell our hand saying that, okay, move this way, or the signals will tell our tongue to move in a way so that the vocal cords make sound properly. And we think about things, then our signals come from our brain. How come you were talking? You were making sense. We listened to what you said, but your brain is not giving out any signals. It is acting without any signals. Then I just smiled, and he used to call my guru, Vardacha, come here, Vardacharya. You have studied so much of Vedās. Don't you believe in Vedās? He said, yes, I believe. He said, that Ātman, which is everywhere, is controlling everybody's birth, death, activities. If somebody climbs the Mount Everest, that Ātman is making that person climb out Mount Everest. If Einstein is thinking about a new theory, that Ātman is making Einstein think about those theories. Ātman is making our breath work. Your body, my body, everybody's body is working directly because of that Ātman. Do you think that Ātman is incapable of making my tongue work directly without this shortcut from the brain signal? And the Ātman, which is everywhere, it can make anything work. Trust me, because it happened. I can show it to you that my brain is not necessary to push my tongue. There is this Ātman everywhere which can make this happen. So he was a realized person who actually showed practically the power of Ātman, which is making everybody live, talk, think. Just wanted to share this small event, some information. So with this, let me stop and ask you if you need any clarification. Any questions?
Actually, thank you for bringing out the story as well as today's lecture. The important thing, what I take back here is Śaṅkara-bhāṣya seems to bring back the Buddhists into the Vedic fold again. And at the same time, the other acharyas, Ramanuja.org specifically tries to bring back bhakti, while all these acharyas seem to speak the same thing in a different way, same language probably. Yeah, in different ways.
Yes, yes, correct. Any other thoughts, questions?
One thing, the fourth shloka directly seems to be the gist of Advaita teaching here, according to Shankara.
In a way, yes. True,
Yeah,
true.
and one question that comes is, in the third shloka, it says Brahman is different from what is known and what is unknown. But Aham Brahma seems to be a very well-known thing. So how do we reconcile this then?
No.
Because
Okay, see, Ātman Brahma. See, I don't want to speak without knowing exactly what is Śaṅkara-bhāṣya and Ātman Brahma. Okay, I want to check that because I just don't want to assume I know it. Okay, so why don't we do one thing? Postpone this question to the next session. Let me check at what does Śaṅkara-bhāṣya talks about Ātman Brahman, and then I will give you the answer for that. Okay?
Swami,
Can I say something, please?
Oh, sure, go ahead.
When you told about considering Vishnu as Devata, Rudra, all this, I thought that there may be a mention of Saguna Brahman, the three Devatās who are creator, sustainer, and then destroyer. In that way, that may be the reference. Vishnu as Devata, to speak Vishnu as Devata, of the Trimurtis, he is one of them, maybe that.
Possible.
Maybe the reason.
The possible, but let me do one thing. Again, Śaṅkara-bhāṣya does not explain what he means by Vishnu or Ishvara here. It's just a common understanding he is talking about there, right?
Yes. Yes.
But honestly, I did not have chance to look at the Bhashya on the Śaṅkara-bhāṣya. There is a person called Anandagiri who has written an explanation of Śaṅkara-bhāṣya. I have also not even done the homework of looking at Śaṅkara-bhāṣya's own another Bhashya on Kena Upaniṣad called the Vakya-bhāṣya. See, right now we are referring only to the Pada-bhāṣya, not the Vakya-bhāṣya. So
I may be wrong. I may be wrong. I don't know what I felt during your lecture. I told that's all.
No.
I may be wrong.
Whatever your thoughts are, they are fine. But the thing is, I want to clarify from the Advaita perspective, from the lineage of acharyas who understand Śaṅkara-bhāṣya.
Okay.
From their perspective, I will clarify it next time.
That is okay. Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Swami, in Advaita, there is also a view called Ajāta, right? That is of non-creation, and that is the Paramarthika level, is it? Because
Ajātivāda.
Yeah.
Right?
So when Śaṅkara-bhāṣya says that that Brahman is the cause of all this, is that on a different level of reality in Advaita here?
See, the Ajātivāda is there is no creation. Okay, there is no creation. See, that is only from the Brahman's perspective, not from the relative universe's perspective in Advaita. In Advaita, it's Brahman is Nitya Shuddha Mukta. It's eternally free and one and pure. And this creation is only from the perspective of us who are here inside the Maya. This is like a imaginary bubble. We are sitting here, right? The creation is only from our perspective. From the perspective of Brahman, there is no creation at all. There is no creation. There is no release from bondage. There is no bondage. There is no universe from his perspective. That is just Advaita's view. And Ajātivāda is a special argument given by Gaudapada, one of the teachers of Śaṅkara, prior to Śaṅkara, in the Gaudapada Karika. There are different Vadas, Drishti-Srishti-Vada, Srishti-Drishti-Vada, and Ajātivāda. These are three ways of understanding this universe. It becomes too big a lecture on this, and we don't want to go to that. Not the topic for the current lecture. It has to be a separate, because to understand Drishti-Srishti-Vada, Ajātivāda, and Srishti-Drishti-Vada, that takes hours and hours and lots of discussions and some other textbooks in Advaita.
Just one thing, when it is mentioned that it is the ear of ears, eye of the eyes, so it is the Ātman. That's what is being mentioned.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then let us stop here. It's all 8 o'clock here. Well, if you have any questions, write up the questions and let me know what you were thinking. And a couple of questions I'll take today. I'll remember them and try to answer next week. Ātman Gurubhyo Namaha, Ātman Parama Gurubhyo Namaha, Ātman Sarva Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Shri Lakshmi Narasimha Parabrahmane Namaha, Shri Lakshmi Hayavadana Parabrahmane Namaha. Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.
Namaskaram.